talking through 10 video ideas for the scenario of if I were to move to Scotland. So thinking about, I did yesterday an immigration pathways video, or pathway video, which I'm not going to link to in this video description. I'll link to my moving playlist, because that video is in the moving playlist. And I'm going to link to my day 17 of 17 of my heritage travel trip to Scotland in July 2019, that video in the video description, which that one had some pictures and information about my moving from California to Washington State. So my last big move, so to speak, is on this channel in some form. And that video was published in January 2000. I published it in January 2021, over 2.5 years ago, or approximately 2.5 years ago. I think it was over 2.5 years ago. So approximately 2.5 years ago. And so let's go through 10 ideas if Hedgy, the Hedgehog, and I were to immigrate to Scotland. The last time I lived outside the United States of America was January to June 2012 in South Africa on a 6-month student visa. So what is the first possible date of moving if I move to Scotland? That's 24 June 2023. We've got Kyle. Oh, Leon has checked out and Kyle's checked in. He's in Stornoway, Outer Isles, Scotland to the 23rd, has to travel home. So about the 24th is the first possible date of moving. That does not mean we are moving. And this is the tail end. So before him was Leon. Before him was Shane. Before him was Drew. Before him was Andre. As if I have soulmate and or soulmates kind of thing. And this was at Macaulay Farm Lodge. They were staying in the same room I stayed in when I went in July 2019. And it was a way of assessing whether Scotland is a fit for us all. So like all my soulmates stayed there since I returned in July 2019, which we are happy about a pandemic for, because it opened up, you know, staying there a bit. Yeah. Okay, let's go through the 10 moving videos. The first one is an announcement video. I'll show you how I have these video descriptions set up since we don't actually know if/when we're moving. This is about if we were to move to Scotland. So that is going to be, it looks like this. I'll expand to fill the screen. I got my video name. So this would be the day, month, year of the announcement. So pink stuff is making sure I get it right. So like if we did this on an airplane, then this might not be shoreline, you know, kind of thing. So introduction, where are we moving? When are we moving? How are we moving? What our flight plan is. YouTube channel handoff to Nicolo. Nicolo, or if there's not a handoff, then I guess it'd just be YouTube channel status. Other videos to come, conclusion. So, and then a link to my moving playlist, that kind of stuff. So that's the first video idea. The next one is one last view of my bins before moving them out. They're currently in the garage, and that's something I did not do when I moved from California to Washington State, and I wish I had done. I was like, I wish I had taken pictures before I boxed everything up, or binned it, more accurately, binned everything up. I did have stuff in boxes before I binned it, but the boxes started to tear. So I actually went with bins instead. I moved something like 16 or 17 times as an undergraduate. And then boxes worked because I could break them down, but it was different when I had storage space in a house. And then, also about an announcement video, not everybody wants to do an announcement video. I know the first couple times I moved in undergraduate, and especially like in Hawaii, it was cool, but you know, eventually it can get tiring and it can feel kind of, an announcement video might feel over the top if one's just kind of burned out on moving or doesn't want to share about it. Like they've moved before and talked about it, maybe they don't want to talk about it that time. But for this one, an announcement video is, I'm ready kind of thing. I'm ready to move. I'm ready to move on the 24th, if so be. I'm going to guess it's not the 24th of June, 2023, but I'm ready. And then, so that is the second video idea, I guess, and back to the first. Third, on an airplane on the way to our new home. So that could be like, we're in the airplane. I'll show you the video description for this one. This one is, let's see, we're gonna do personal, on a commercial or personal aircraft. So, and are we moving to Aberdeen? So I'll put for this video, if we do it and we move to Scotland, I'll put the city we're moving to in the video. But we have not set in stone whether we're flying commercial, and like sending our stuff back in pods, like getting like a freight container and shipping it, my stuff, and then taking a commercial flight, which is like just a normal flight, or if we're taking a private jet or whatever. All right, next video idea. So I guess that would be number 3, but I'm counting them as differently, like in my offline annotation. Arriving at our home in blank for the first time. So it would be cool to actually like film the like arriving at the home. I don't say house, maybe it's a castle. Yeah, people actually do live in castles in Scotland. Okay, up next. Where the bins come to rest for unpacking at/in our new home. Yeah, so the bins are where? Here, like they're in my room, out there in the garage. One last view would be like in the garage, but like, but maybe it wouldn't be. But okay, these are ideas, video ideas. And so then once they're in the new home, taking a video, like they made it kind of thing. All right, after that, so that's like the actual moving stuff out, moving stuff in, that pocket. So there's 5 for that, and there's 5 for like things I want to return to. So returning to Old Blackfriars in Aberdeen, where I ate in July 2019, I want to go back and do a savory eats. Then another idea, a sweet and savory eats of toffee and porridge bars locally produced in Scotland. So this is actually really like all day specific. There was a location. I don't know what the status of that store is, or would be more specifically if I moved back, or if those products would still be there. So I would find a place. That's more product specific than place specific, but I have a place in mind, or that I would want, kind of thing. All right, up next, view from the summit of Roneval. So I don't know if I have a view. So I've done that before. Hiked, summited Roneval on the Isle of Harris in July 2019. So I would go back, get a view, and do a video and do like the date, you know, of summiting, the view of the summit. All right, 9th video idea, walking across the River Neth suspension bridge in Dumfries. It's a relatively short bridge, so that'd be kind of fun. Continue the walking theme, but returning to a bridge I've traversed on Flippy before. And then the 10th one is walking and talking at Sakar Point, which is in Cockburn's Path, kind of towards this, in the southern portion of Scotland. So in conclusion, those are 10 ideas I have. 5 are like, this is the move, documenting the actual moving of the belongings. And then there's, you know, 5 ideas for after that moving. But then there's also like a whole bunch of stuff that could happen. Like if I need to go to like an immigration office, or there's a bunch of stuff that would follow. So this is just like 10 ideas of like, these are things I would really want to do and remember to get on video. Right? Because like, oh, I really want to go back to Old Blackfriars. It could be really easy to forget. So like, and actually having the video descriptions written for the case of if I do go, so I don't forget and then be there. So that's 10 ideas I have for if I move to Scotland, or if I were to move to Scotland. If Hedgy and I were to move to Scotland, if me and my soulmates or soulmates were to move to Scotland. A happy day.